Alright, what's up guys? I ain't gonna spend too much time on this video cause yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, the more takes I have to do of this video, cause I'm doing it where I'm reading the tweet out, and I'm like, fam, I just don't even want to read the tweet out anymore cause I'm like, it's such a dumb tweet. But anyways, so to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, so Bobby Althoff, I think that's how you say her last name, but anyways, she was married at one point, got divorced, got into a relationship. I guess that relationship didn't work out. Then recently, yeah, she posted a video talking about her breakup. And yeah, I thought that was the end of it. So anyways, scrolling through Twitter, came across, I don't know why his tweets be getting put in my For You section on Twitter. But anyways, Twitter is such a weird place. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be in a matter of time where I'm all like, man, I ain't even going to go on that platform no more. But anyways, so Myron Gaines tweeted out, like sharing the video where she's talking about her breakup. And then he goes on to tweet out, and it's such a dumb tweet. I'm like, fam, look at the stuff that you say before you tweet it out. Otherwise, it's like, because I'm going to assume that he's just trolling. But anyway, so he goes on and tweets out, this thought ruined her marriage, missed the birth of her baby to be in bed with Drake, and sacrificed her family for fame. This is what happens when you sell your soul. Now, the marriage stuff, don't know too much about. Family stuff, don't know too much about. Selling her soul, don't know too much about that. But I would imagine in her position of life where she is a whole woman, it would be physically impossible for her to miss the birth of her child. So that's why I'm like, man, you know, you really got to look at your stuff before you say it, because that has to be probably one of the dumbest, not even tweets, posts that I've seen on social media. Like, I'm saying, like, he has to, and the thing is this, the crazy thing about it is, like, so I go and I look him up. He's older than me. He went to college. I didn't go to college. But my thing is this. That's something that if he genuinely doesn't know how birth works, that's what I'm all like, I could tell that he doesn't know about women that much. It's like, yeah, he might be in a relationship with a woman. Yeah, he, you know, might have a lot of women on his podcast, but he knows absolutely nothing about women. If you're making tweets like that, but it's like, if you just look at all the other tweets that he makes, it's like, if my thing is this, he doesn't understand women. I'm like, I feel like there might be a difference between knowing a woman and understanding a woman, because yeah, you can know any woman, but to like understand them, that's something that he's not good at. It's like he wants to just put women in the same category, and it's like, oh, they just these mindless bimbos that don't know nothing. And I'm like, fam, but what women have you came across to where it's like now they're a spokesperson for all women? And I'm like, you're putting Bobby in that same conversation as a woman that hurt you. Whoever hurt you, I'm like, fam, take your anger out on that individual. But even then, it's like you're in a position in life to where you have a popular podcast. I ain't going to say it's a good podcast. I'm just going to say it's popular. But you have a popular podcast, all right? You have a platform. You have multiple platforms at that. You'd rather sit around and make tweets where you're talking about all these different people. The thing is this, and I've seen this so many different times with people like Myron Gaines, to where it usually doesn't end well for them. You know, it's all like, I feel like that people like Myron Gaines, they overall dig themselves into a hole to where it's like, don't be surprised where it's oh, you thinking, oh, my friends is gonna have my back. That's not your friend's position to have your back. You should have your own back. But it's like you keep putting your like back in a blind spot to where it's like, yeah, if something overall happens to you one day, and I hope it ain't on some like negative stuff, but just more so like content creating to where it's like your platforms get shut down, you pretty much gotta start all over. Don't say nobody didn't warn you. Because I feel like numerous people be warning him. But I feel like at the same time, we see tweets like this. It's like, fam, people ain't taking you serious when you make... Yeah, probably you got some fans. But overall, people are laughing at you when you make tweets like this. And I'm like, missing the birth of her child to be with Drake. So just to ask any parent out there, what would you rather do? Would you rather, well, then again, I'm like Playboy Cardi. Then they say he was playing the PlayStation 5 and he missed the birth of his child. So yeah, I mean, I guess there's some people out there, you know, they're a little careless with their kids, but I highly doubt that Bobby is careless with her kids. You know, it's like, yeah, she might have had somebody babysat her kids so she could go do that interview with Drake. But it's like, it ain't like she's the first parent to ever do that. So that's why I'm like, fam, it's just one of those things where it's like you're trying to get on her about how overall what's going on in her household, but it's like, fam, what's going on in your household? You know, let's ask that question. What's going on in your household? You know, I feel like if there's any possible thing that I could say about Myron Gaines, and yeah, I know people might get on me, I guess, for being as blunt as I possibly can be, but he doesn't come off as a bright person, you know, like, yeah, he might have like some education to him, but I feel like none of that matters. I feel like Myron Gaines, he's definitely one of those people where, yeah, he plays this whole act on the internet, but behind the scenes, oh, he's a completely different person. Probably be bowing down, kissing the feet, or kissing the ground that a woman's feet done stepped on and all that crap. And it's like, yeah, he's somebody where it's like he plays an act on the social media, but when it comes down to like some actual like real life experiences, he doesn't know anything about that. I feel like that he spends so much time worried about what toxic things can I say today on my podcast or on social media, but I can't just overall be a normal person. And I feel like most people will look at that and be all like, oh, that's boring. I don't want to be no normal person. I want to live life on the edge. There's so many other different ways of living life on the edge. I just feel like that, yeah, somebody like him, you know, I've said it before that you could tell that he wasn't the best person to be around with, you know, growing up. Probably didn't have no friends when he was in school. Probably didn't have no like actual like relationship that he could focus on probably up until now in his adult ages. But I feel like whoever he is in a relationship with, they probably only in it for the money. They don't care about unless they making their own money. But I feel like they probably still be using his money because it's like he's just too dumb to realize that people could like. And the thing is this, I feel like that even though he plays this whole act where it's like he makes it seem like, oh, you can't trust women, you can't do this, you can't do that. But I feel like he is such a vulnerable person to where it's like he would overall like let a woman take advantage of him. And the thing is this, not even let a woman, he would be so blind to where it's like, oh, he thinks this woman is like, oh, she's bowing down to me, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's pleasing me, satisfying me, all these other different things, not realizing that it's like she's just only in it for the money. Don't care about you, don't care about your feelings, don't care about anything that you got going on. Because honestly, when you sit down and you look, I guarantee and I promise you, you ask any Myron Gaines fan, do you care about if something were to happen to this guy right now? Let's say he faced a whole lot of controversy to where it's all like now he has to come out and apologize. Now he has to. Do you honestly think from the guy that's co-hosting his podcast with him to his friends, family, anybody that's surrounding this guy, do you honestly think that they would have his back? I guarantee and I promise you they won't. I feel like that you can put anybody in that conversation, they will not have this man's back. If they do, they'll probably just be talking to him outside of, you know, content creating. But other than that, they're not going to publicly show their support. Yeah, there might be some where it's all like, okay, I pretty much ain't got nothing to lose. You know, they might have something that they can fall back on in case if content creating don't work. But I guarantee and I promise you, there is nobody passionate about Myron Gaines. And to me, that's honestly the saddest, like, possible thing that a person can go through where you don't have nobody that pretty much cares about you. That's sad. That's overall sad. But I mean, but when you just look at somebody like him, who would though? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you know, he's somebody where I'm all like, bro, you don't have to focus on yourself before you start focusing on other people. Because I'm like, just the life that he's living, I'm like, man, I know you can't be happy about your life, the life that you living right now. So, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.